you remember one of the oldest sacred buildings in the world that's still in continuous use, the Ibrahimi Mosque in Hebron, occupied Palestine? It is now completely occupied by Israel. During Ramadan 2024, TRT Balkan visited the mosque, which at the time was already facing a horrific situation. We had to go through 2 Israeli military checkpoints, answer numerous questions, hand over all personal documents, and endure body searches just to be allowed to enter. We were shocked by the situation, a daily reality for Palestinians in Hebron. Imagine being constantly surrounded by heavily armed Israeli teenagers, so-called soldiers, who control your every movement. As we delve deeper into the story and this historical side, the tensions and our disbelief grew. The mosque muezzin shared how he had to request permission every day just to call the adhan. Sometimes he was allowed, sometimes not. Visitors faced similar treatment. Some were allowed in, others were strip searched, and many were simply turned away, especially during Ramadan. At times, Palestinians were even denied access to the mosque for months. You are probably wondering how this is even possible, but that's not all. There have been repeated raids by illegal Israeli settlers and soldiers during prayer times, and many Palestinians have been killed in this very mosque. The worst attack happened in 1994 when an Israeli settler stormed the place of worship during prayers, killing 29 Palestinians and injuring 155, aided by Israeli soldiers, who blocked the mosque's exits and even prevented ambulances from reaching the wounded. 9 months later, Israel divided the mosque into 2 sections. 63% of the site was allocated to Jews, and shortly after, a large iron gate was installed, turning that part into a synagogue. Jews were occasionally allowed to enter the Palestinian mosque section, but Palestinians were never allowed into the occupied side of Jews only. During our visit to the Ibrahimi Mosque and the city of Hebron, I was overwhelmed with sorrow over the daily suffering of Palestinians and the tragic state of such a beautiful historic city. How could one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, over 4,000 years old, become one of the most brutal examples of Israeli occupation and the only place in the Palestine where illegal settlers live in the very heart of the city? And yet, on the other hand, I was deeply inspired by the determination of the Palestinian people. Their refusal to give up on visiting and protecting the Ibrahimi Mosque and the city of Hebron. Despite everything, you may be asking, why all this conflict over one building? Let me remind you, this mosque, believed to be the burial site of Prophet Ibrahim and his family, holds immense significance for both Muslims and Jews. And yet, for decades, Jewish settlers have sought to convert the mosque into a synagogue and permanently bar Muslims from entering. And so, until today, when in recent days Israel has officially occupied the entire site and stripped both the Palestinian Authority and the people of Hebron of any control over the Ibrahimi Mosque, handing it over to the settler council from a nearby illegal settlements. The tragic story of the Ibrahimi Mosque is just one of countless others unfolding across the occupied Palestinian territories, happening every day for decades beyond the gaze of the world.